Hey, Matty, what's going on?
Wow, you're back.
Yeah, man. 2 weeks, dude.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was nice.
And the show survived. I'm not sure how, but it sounds like you're still on air.
Well, it
was better.
It was a little better in the first. It was probably usually better. What's going on with you, man?
Not much. Just fathering my butt off, just dadding it up. I don't have a lot to tell you. I've been playing a lot of basketball and pickleball and working out and watching kids' games and college games and following Jackson stuff. So that's what I've been up to.
I get you.
Matt, can we start on kind of an odd note here? But we were talking about the tragic tornadoes down in Mississippi, and I was mentioning how driving back actually from the 2011 World Series from the Dallas area, we stopped and saw Joplin and the craziness and the destruction there. And I'm wondering, just being around Oklahoma, you have to have some type of stories about that, right?
Yeah, we've been lucky in Stillwater. We've only had in, all the years that I've been here or obviously I've had family here forever, but I think there's only been one real destructive tornado. We've had tons of small ones that have not done a ton of damage or come close and not really done much damage to Stillwater. But we had one. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember as a kid that thankfully it was, well, not thankfully, I shouldn't say that, but it didn't get our house, but there was quite a bit of destruction on the other side of town. But we've definitely taken cover our fair share of times here in Oklahoma, particularly starting about now for the next month and a half. There's tons of weather patterns where, tornado warnings pop up in the afternoon quite often. So they're nothing to joke around about. And I think this area of the country, I think Moore, Oklahoma seems to be the hot spot for giant tornadoes. There's a particular place down close to Oklahoma City that they've had to rebuild sort of the same area 3 or 4 or 5 times in the last 10 years. So it's nothing to joke about for sure.
I'm going to move it to a lighter subject.
Sure.
A couple of awful questions. But I was curious about this because we all had a little trip or two that we just went on. So when you were in
shoulder off right there.
Yeah, there you go. When you were in St. Louis, had you ever take the kids to Silver Dollar City? Is that a yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
All right, here's my question. There. I know you have taken your kid to an amusement park. When they go on scary rides, do you like scary rides, and did you go with them on the scary rides?
We've been to Disney World a few times, and I'm not a huge scary ride. I mean, I'll go when they're little and they want to go and need an adult. I'll wear it, but I don't love it. So I'm not a huge amusement guy. Like, I can do the fast. I'm not a good spinner guy. I throw up if we spin around too much. So I'm not scared of fast, but I don't love spinning around and around and around. So I'm probably like in the middle somewhere of I don't mind going on some of them, but I'm not doing the upside down spin around stuff. That makes me sick to my stomach. It ruins the rest of my day.
They're all that way now, and I got to say that as a dad, like, you got to accompany your kid, but you're scared, but you don't want to show the fear.
No.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, that's important. That's a teachable moment for dads. Like, you don't want to be on the ride where you're going fast and spinning around and upside down, but you have to pretend like you're enjoying it for your kid, right? You have to do it.
Do you put your hands up and scream? Jim, I think about the scene out of Sandlot when I think of you and the tobacco in the mouth and then the throwing up off the side. I'm picturing you sort of with that, tobacco that you use, sort of getting that nicotine sickness throwing up off the side. Is that accurate or no?
No, I don't throw up anywhere.
You're used to it.
I don't throw up anywhere. I'm good.
Okay.
So, all right. Now I'm gonna move to a different because that was awful. That's a bad visual.
Yeah, I know.
Opening day coming up on Thursday. Everyone's looking forward to it. What's it like for a player, especially one that came from another organization? And I'm not asking you to, dump on enough. But isn't opening day in St. Louis different than other cities?
Yeah, I remember just being super excited to be part of it. I think that the history and there's a lot of buzz for opening day in St. Louis. It's exciting everywhere. I mean, everybody's anticipating a regular season. You just played 30 games that don't mean anything, and so everybody is excited about the new season and sort of has these, high hopes for the really good teams, or expecting a good season and a chance to win the World Series. The teams that don't have the expectations are dreaming of a sort of a surprise season that they can somehow get in the playoffs and do something special. So there's everybody has the same record, and there's an excitement of playing in a meaningful game in your home crowd, and almost every time it's a full house. But there is something definitely special about St. Louis, and the excitement of it, and the whole city has a buzz about Cardinal baseball, and so it's definitely different and special.
So Matt, if Jordan Walker called you up and said, "Matt Holliday, give me one piece of advice as I embark on my first time up in the big leagues at age 20 with a lot of expectations," what piece of advice would you give young Jordan Walker?
I would just say soak it in. Just, take a minute to really enjoy it. I mean, nowadays, it might cost them a strike, but, I would say that, to really kind of take it in and enjoy I guess just the realization that he hasn't been dreaming that long about it. I mean, he's only 20 years old, but it's like a kid's dream coming true of getting a chance to play in the major leagues and play for the Cardinals. So I would just say take it in, enjoy it, and not put too much pressure on himself. The good thing is he'll probably be batting a little lower in the lineup. He's got plenty of all-stars to carry the load on offense, and so he can just add his piece to it, and so I'm really excited to watch him. I obviously have been a fan from afar, and was really excited about this opportunity for him, and looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
Take us back to your major league debut the night before. How much nerves were you dealing with, and how much of that kind of impacts you once you get to the plate, or does it kind of go away quickly as the game unfolds?
Well, the excitement of getting to play in the major leagues is, like I said, as a kid, you dream of that opportunity. It took me, till I was 24. So it was a little bit longer and a little bit more time in the minor leagues and grinded through, some difficult seasons and it, major injury with Tommy John surgery. And so the culmination of sort of battling through and making it to the major leagues and going to that field. And, my first game, I actually didn't get in the game. I got there, it was a day game in Colorado. So I got there and got on, I think I got on deck to pinch hit, but didn't get in the game and then didn't play until the next day in St. Louis. So there is, a ton of emotion and excitement, and just, you feel like you're floating out there, and so, stepping up to the plate, taking the moment in, and then getting in there and competing, and just realizing that it's still baseball, and not getting overwhelmed by the fact that you're playing in a major league game, and respecting your opponents, but not giving them too much credit, and getting out there and trying to establish the fact that you deserve to be there and that you belong.
So, Matt, I'm looking at your batting log, game log, 2004, the first games you played. What can you remember about? So it's a series in St. Louis. Do you remember your first couple games? Then you have the 3 for, was it 3 for 3? So do you remember? Do you remember all the pitchers? Do you remember all the at bats, or what?
I don't really remember all of it. I do remember. I got 3 hits the third day, because after the first 2 days, I was concerned that if I didn't get a hit soon, I'd be headed back to AAA. So you start to feel that pressure when you don't get a hit the first couple days. But I remember Clint Hurdle sort of giving me like, hey, you're going to be here. Just relax and go out there and play and don't put too much pressure on yourself. And, once you get the first hit, it's like you can, take a deep breath and sort of enjoy that and then, kind of settle down a little bit and go out there and it feels lighter. But I do remember being in St. Louis. I think it was Mark McGuire weekend, and it was pretty cool. I remember thinking this is pretty awesome. So it was big crowds on a weekend in St. Louis, and it was pretty awesome.
You were a veteran by the time you got to St. Louis, but you remember my advice to you was very similar when you came on the pregame show for the first time, because you were really nervous, and I was like, "Hey, kid, trust your stuff." I don't know if you remember that, but that really seemed to calm you down. Are you going to be here for opening day?
Yeah.
All right, that's great.
Why wouldn't he be? What kind of a question is that?
Why wouldn't he be,
He's got a
Jimmy?
red jacket.
Come on.
Are you going to be there?
Because sometimes things come up. Not everyone can make it back. I will be there, and I will.
I'm down on the field.
I'm going to interview you in the suite. I'm just going to ask in game. I'm already planning on that. Can you not choke the life out of me this time?
Oh, I've got special plans for you.
No, I don't want plans.
Yes, we want
I
plans.
just want a nice
Surprise.
interview.
Go ahead, Jim.
So, Matt.
Surprise, Jim.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this.
Yes, go ahead.
What happens, let's just say next year after that, you have Cardinals home opener. You got to be there with the red jacket. But then you have Jackson's first opening day maybe in Baltimore. I mean, you have to come to St. Louis. You have to show up in that red jacket, right?
Oh, man. I don't know. If it's his first game,
I'm kidding.
I don't think, I'll probably be in wherever Baltimore's playing. But, I could maybe try to do the private plane deal where I can make both. We can get the times.
You have to be doing that a lot, probably.
Cam will hook you up with a private jet.
I know. Yeah, right, Cam? Thanks, my guy.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Actually, what do you use, Jim? Yeah, same company.
Listen, I've been on a private jet one time because someone was nice enough to let me get a ride back from Chicago, and that's it. Cam flies private quite
I
a bit.
drove from Florida. We're missing tornadoes left and right, Maddie, so I did my part.
No, he's a big.
You drove private? Nice.
I drove private with my wife. It was quite lovely. Hey, Maddie,
we
appreciate
look
you
forward
coming
to
on.
seeing you.
Hell yeah, we'll see you this weekend.
Yeah. Where are you guys doing the show from? Just the basement still, or you guys get a spot out
Probably
at
from Busch Stadium.
right
from
here.
Busch.
Yeah, we're gonna do the show right.
Yeah, probably right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually how it is.
All right,
Maddie.
Well, hopefully I'll see all you guys. All right.
Appreciate it, bud.
See ya.
Guys.
Maddie Holliday right there.